I rise today as co-chair of the Legislative Jewish Caucus, as a gay man, and as a staunch supporter of our trans community in support of SR 70. At a time when the trans community is under attack across the country, it's of utmost importance that we recognize and reaffirm that trans people are loved, seen, and entitled to the same decency and respect as anyone else. We must take action to protect our trans siblings and make clear that we will not abandon them. Within the Jewish tradition, there's a rich history of transgender recognition. Jewish legalistic tradition recognizes 6 genders and the fluidity among them. Talmudic and Kabbalistic study identify important figures within our faith as living their lives in ways that might be considered trans or non-binary in modern terms. Even as we celebrate this community, it's important to recognize that trans people, particularly trans women of color, are more likely to experience violence. That violence must be recognized and called out so that we don't lose any more of our trans siblings. Last year was the deadliest year ever on record for the trans community, something I hope I never need to say again. And we must condemn the way that trans kids are cruelly, viciously, and cynically used to score political points. These attacks have real consequences. When treatment is denied, lives are lost. 81% of trans individuals have considered and 42% have attempted suicide. That number is 56% among trans youth, almost 630% of the rate among the entire youth population in terms of attempting suicide. 56% of trans adults have engaged in non-suicidal self-injury in their lifetime. Next Benedict is just the latest instance in which we have seen vile rhetoric and bullying and intimidation against the trans community turn into real-life harm. Children are losing their lives because of the hate preached against them. Let's be clear that playing political games with people's lives is despicable and must never be the norm in American politics. Whether it's bad faith bathroom bills or those seeking to discriminate, our voices must be clear. There is no place for this disgusting and deadly hatred in our community. These groups and individuals who are engaging in this deadly form of politics towards trans people, they're not actually interested in reality. The facts that they claim are often not true and are simply cover for bigotry. They're weaponizing hate and discomfort to engage in a mythological culture war that distracts from the true crimes and violence actually being committed against trans people in our society. They treat trans people as if they're not full human beings, as if they're just making it up, as if they're just trying to scam their way into a space where they, according to these folks, shouldn't be. Is it any wonder that the trans community struggles when day in and day out they have to listen to that kind of vile, dehumanizing rhetoric? The Jewish community, according to surveys, has been more accepting of trans people and gender diverse people than any other group. I'm proud of our trans community, I'm proud of our Jewish community, and I am proud to vote aye on SR 70.